Hey Roosters, and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be playing some more vs. System 2 PCG. In today's video we're going to be playing Wolverine versus Silver Samurai. In this video we'll only be using cards from the House of X, the new Brotherhood, and of course the X-Force boxes. This is the Heroes of Krakoa arc, so we'll only be using these new cards. These are some of the newest cards that came out for the Versus System, and certainly I believe the newest cards that come out for the Marvel IP of the Versus System 2 PCG. So, without further ado, let's shuffle up and let's get into it. We're going to try to not talk about the rules too much, try to make this video a lot more quick-paced and not really go over too much. Though if I feel it's necessary, I will pitch in. If you guys are interested in more Versus System content, don't forget to subscribe. Having more battle videos coming soon using cards from not just the Heroes of Krakoa arc, but also arcs that came out in the past. So if you're interested, stay tuned. That being said, let's get started. So, even or odd. We'll do Wolverine will be odd. He got 3 claws. Well, technically 6 claws, but 3 on hand. If that's even, we'll do that. It means I go first. Alright, you want to cut? Okay, so 7 cards here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now in the Versus System, the mulligan rule is very simple. You either dump everything or you keep everything. So, let me take a look at my hand here. Honestly, my hand's pretty good. I'm going to risk it all, and I'm going to say keep. Now, I'm going to go first, which means I don't draw any cards on my first turn. Though in the Versus System, you still can't attack on your first turn. For me, interestingly enough, we're both playing sort of aggro decks. He's playing a very aggressive deck with very high power, and I'm playing a little more like a technical aggressive deck. So I think going first and attacking into him first will help me huge, will benefit me a lot. So that's the location. Put that on screen. To the laboratory. Turn 1, I can play Toad here. Toad's interesting. He pretty much has flight. He gets flight on my turn and grab, which stops me from flying over him on his opponent's turn. The interesting about Toad is that he has 3 attack. Wolverine has 3 defense. Attacking into Wolverine now with Toad is actually a pretty good option for me. So I'm going to, well, let's see. Silver Samurai gets an XP when he stuns an enemy defender in melee combat. I think I'll do that actually. That's actually better for me. So we're going to do this instead. We're going to swing into Wolverine. That's going to get us both stunned. So we'll just give Wolverine the damage because it'll be going into his turn. But that gets me an XP. So going into his turn, I'll be coming in with an XP, and he won't be. Alright, your turn. Draw 2 cards to the start of the turn. Okay, so Wolverine, again, I wouldn't say I'd call it an aggressive deck, though he does like to play a little more big. He swings in pretty fast and hard. I think we can pull back a little bit here, framing wise. Well, I pull back, you pull forward, I'm saying. So, to make it a little easier for the viewers. Okay. You can pull back the location a little bit, I think. He's going to attach X-Men uniform there to Wolverine. That's going to give him +2/+2. This is important because Wolverine wants to be attacking and he wants to be dealing damage and not getting stunned back, ideally. So now he's probably going to attack into... now that doesn't cost you your resource point, because when you play the X-Men uniform onto an X-Men, it doesn't cost anything, it becomes free. Now what is he going to do now with his what is he going to do now that he's played the X-Men uniform? Does he have any other plans with his 1 resource point on turn 1? Or is he going to attack into Toad, take him off the board, which is of course a viable option, of course. going to attack Toad, and that's going to take Toad off the board here. So that's going to be his turn. He's going to gain XP because he made a solo attack. And it's going to go over to me. I'm going to draw 2 cards, of course. You get some pretty decent options here. I think I'm going to do this. Face down as a resource. Obviously we're going to ready Samurai. We're going to play Blind Spot down in our back row. When she appears, you can put a random card from your KO pile into your hand. There's only 1 card in my KO pile, so Toad just goes back to my hand. And Silver Samurai is now going to swing into Wolverine. Now, he has this Tachyon Field ability. I can pay a blue during the main phase, and when Silver Samurai strikes an enemy defender in melee combat this turn, I stun it. That's before I get some back, I'm pretty sure. So, if I swing into Wolverine and use the ability, I'm pretty sure he just gets stunned and I don't get stunned. That's the way I believe that ability works. And so what's going to happen is Wolverine's going to get stunned. He's going to lose the equipment here, and it's going to go over to his turn. You're going to play Angel up in the front row. Definitely an aggressive play here. Well, Angel is an aggressive card. He seems to be putting Wolverine in the back row to use for defense. Now the question is, what is the attacks he going to make? Is he going to attack Silver Samurai with Angel, or does he have a different plan? He's going to play a Dream Realize. Now this is a really cool card. It basically says that until the start of his next turn, nobody can attack. This card is really important because that means it's going to buy him a turn, let him build up, and it means I can't gain any more XP. So that's going to be my turn now, I believe. He pinned his 2 resources, and he can't make any attacks. I'm going to draw up. I'm going to play down a resource. I'm going to play down Dakin. And because of her, I have Wealthy, which means I gain a resource point or human point on my turn. I'm also, while I'm at it, going to play down... Let's play down Toad. That's important. We'll play down Toad. Might as well put Samurai in the back row. We'll leave Blind Spot here. She's going to be making me some money throughout the game. I'm going to pass it over to him. He's going to draw, of course, his 2 cards. Resource down, that's going to be a location academy, I believe. Then play down Multiple Man. Which one is that? Is that the let me see. This is the martial artist Multiple Man. Hopefully we can get the image up on the screen in editing so you can see it more clearly, but that's the martial artist one. Now at the start of your turn here with Multiple Man, you get to start of your main phase, I believe. Let me just see. Yeah, Duper Power. Start of your main phase, you can search your deck for a character named Multiple Man and put him onto your side. So this means that he can search out one of the other Multiple Mans that he has in his deck and play him now for essentially free. And he doesn't need to have any other Multiple Man in his deck. Now I know there's a couple copies in there, which means he must have the rest of the Multiple Mans in his hand, which is definitely a bummer. For that, not for that, it means he probably drew multiple copies of Multiple Man, which is bad. Just in terms of just having variety in your hand, but also that means he's not going to be able to take advantage of that Duper Power there. But it is a very powerful card. Now he can make attacks again now. Let's see what he decides to do with his turn, though. He plays this and that. That is a combat card. You have to be in combat for that to activate. So you're going to have to make some attacks, and then you can play the card there. Now this is one of the few instances where Toad's ability of having not just flight but leap and grab is actually important, because air superiority and Angel does not affect Toad while he's attacking Toad. While when Toad attacks him, it will still be active. But now I can still use Toad as a pretty good defensive piece against Angel without that that ability hindering me too much. So So let's see what attacks he's going to make. Obviously, he has some good options here. See, obviously, multiple man is a 4/4 when in melee combat, so he can take out either Dakin or Toad without, or he can stun Dakin or Toad without either bothering him. Now, obviously, he's gonna opt for Toad, which is smart because now Angel can fly down and attack Blind Spot, and she won't really be able to do too much about it. Or he could use it to attack somebody else. So he's gonna opt for Blind Spot, which he's gonna go for Silver Samurai instead. Now that puts a minus counter on Samurai and a plus on him, but neither of those two things are gonna matter because I believe they both get stunned regardless. Because I'm gonna have 2 attack, he's gonna have 2 defense with a +1/+1 on him. So we're still gonna both get stunned, but it is important because now he's evening out the damage score on the characters there. So my turn, I'm going to ready up, draw 1, 2, location, Asteroid M. That's the wild for the Brotherhood of Mutants. 4 resources, 5 actually on my turn here. I can do some dangerous things. I'm gonna put Magma down in the back. Enemies, characters lose and can't gain powers when in ranged attack with range combat with Magma. That's important, though not as important as it could be. What we're going to do here is, in melee combat, multiple man is a 4/4, so I can't stun him with Silver Samurai. In ranged, I could stun Wolverine though, so here's what we're going to do instead. We're going to ranged attack multiple man from downtown, 10 into his 2 defense. So that's going to take multiple man off the board. And then Silver Samurai is going to swing into Wolverine. And unless he has a plot twist, we're going to stun here. So he doesn't seem to have a plot twist. So I'm going to take the damage. And so is he. But that also is going to level up my character, because I believe it's only level up 3. Yes. So Silver Samurai levels up. And yeah, I pass over to Wolverine here. Both on 3 damage. So Wolverine will be leveling up soon. I have to kill him before he can really take a full advantage of the level up there. He's going to play another X-Men uniform onto Wolverine for free. That's important because obviously Wolverine needs the defense. With the 3 defense main character, he's going to be a little more fragile than most characters. He's going to play Banshee. He can daze any one of my characters, I believe. He's going to choose Dakin. That can go over. And then Banshee, who's a 6 attack, 5 defense, is going to fly over and swing into... making a choice here. Whichever one, well, obviously I feel like just 1-for-1ing Banshee into a Magma would be smart, because then Wolverine can come in and if he was in the front row anyway, he could have came in and took out Blind Spot. But let's see what he ends up choosing, because obviously Wolverine is kind of on the back foot here in the turn, in the sense that he is not leveled up yet, and he is of course 1 health away from 2 healths away from KOing. Now when he does get the level up, he gains an extra health when he goes up to 6. So that's important. That's a privilege that Silver Samurai doesn't have. When Silver Samurai levels up, he stays at 5. He seems to be opting to choose a different route, putting Wolverine in the front row, and let's see who he swings into. So Banshee's going to go into Magma. Magma, they're going to take each other out. Now, Wolverine, I'm guessing, is going to swing into Blind Spot and get the healthy KO. Okay, so this is going to be my turn now. Silver Samurai's up. And he's going to draw 2 cards. This is not ideal for me, because obviously I'd rather have the another blue. Didn't draw one. Can't activate that advanced attack on field. Though we do have, I do have a good chance here. I can stun Wolverine unless he has something crazy going on. He's currently working with 5 attack. Well, I have 5 resources on my side here. I'm going to play down Scarlet Witch into the back row, and I'm going to play down Mesmero into the back row as well. Wolverine is up there looking strong, though I believe, unless he has some, I'm swinging for 5 into his 5 defense, unless he has some sort of shenanigans he wants to play. Plot twist. That's going to be a stun. He's contemplating whether to use a Blown Claws ability, but I believe he's currently only at 6. With Blown Claws, he'd only be at 8. I don't think that'd be enough to stun Samurai in this situation anyway. So in this situation, I'm going to get the stun without any troubles. And at this point, I might as well pass. Now, ideally, I should have put Silver Samurai in the back. He's currently we're currently in a favorable position. Wolverine's gonna level up this turn. He's gonna come back with a vengeance, looking for some damage to be put on me. I gotta be ready for that. So he plays down the resource, making some decisions. Plays down Multiple Man 1, Angel 2. Swings into Dakin here. That's a solo attack. It's going to stun Dakin. That's going to level him up. That's good for him. Obviously, he needs a defense. And also, the attack is going to be important as well. Okay, so Wolverine's attack. Let's see if Angel's going to swing in. Angel's a 5. He can fly over Silver Samurai and hit Mesmero or even Scarlet Witch. Scarlet Witch probability control, change probability, might be able to say something about that. Let's see what he ends up deciding to do. Wolverine's down there. He's currently 10 attack, 8 defense, I believe, which is bonkers. Obviously now he's going to be a bit of a problem. If I'm not able to strike him and then using his other superpowers, he's going to be able to hit pretty hard. So defensively, I'm now going to be on the back foot. Though, if I can get enough characters built up, I can kill Wolverine next turn, put it into this game. Well, no, he has 6 health. So yeah, Wolverine's going to be a problem. I'm going to have to deal with him for another turn at least. So let's see if he's going to finish up his turn. Wolverine just attacked Dakin. So Angel's going to now get a chance to swing in. He's going to swing in on... Angel's going to swing in on... So he wants to make a change. He wants to make Angel attack Dakin. Though just let him know that if Wolverine does not attack Dakin, he doesn't level up. He won't be able to get over Silver Samurai. Okay, so he's make Angel. So obviously that change is not going to work. Angel can't hit Silver Samurai, but he can swing over it and hit Mesmero or even Scarlet Witch if he so chooses. Let's see if he's going to make an attack. Mesmero will be clean, no damage to Angel, though Scarlet Witch might end up will kill Angel, but also not even take the damage. So it's important to he's going to go for the clean hit, and that's going to be his turn because that's not the multiple man with ranged. So we're going to draw 2 cards. Neither of them is what I exactly need at this moment, but I have a plan. I say we need to accelerate the game for me. So here's what we're going to do. taking out Wolverine is important. He's currently at 10 defense. 7 plus 3, that would be enough to stun. Put down a resource first. We have 5 so far. Make it no, that's going to be important to winning the game. So make it 6 resources. Play Magnum in the back row. Magnum in the back row is obviously important. She can take out Wolverine now without any trouble, and the rest of his pawns will crumble. So drawing the Magma there was important for me. So Magma is going to swing at Wolverine, 10 on 10. Does it go through? He doesn't even have any plot twist, so Wolverine's going to get stunned. He's going to lose this equipment. And now I can take out the rest of his henchmen. So Scarlet Witch is going to go into Angel. Now this is obviously going to be bad. So Angel's going to die. We're going to roll his dice. Let's see. Yep. It failed. So she also dies. They're both taken off the board. And then Dakin is going to swing in and kill the multiple man. So now it's his turn. He has 1 turn to crumble my defenses. Obviously taking Magma off the board is important. So I like Magma so much. Very aggressive piece. No defense though. He's going to have 5 resources here, I believe. Play down Jubilee. Caliban's really important. And multiple man, that's the final one, I think. I think there's 4 actually, so maybe not the final one. So fix your battle lines and then get into the attacking phase. He's sorting through his deck for some reason. Not sure why he would do that. Guess I'll have to take a second to see. Maybe he's looking for a multiple man. He missed the trigger last time, so I don't see why a multiple man would spawn into the deck. But no multiple man again. So anyway, don't see why that would have worked. He now has to shuffle so we can finish this game already. Okay, so we're going to put Jubilee in the front row, Caliban in the front row, and Multiple Man in the front row. So I'm going to assume he's going to put Wolverine in the back row. Okay, that's important. He's going to activate that ability there so they can team attack without being struck and while having Berserker. Now, I wonder if he's going to use the Caliban superpower, which would give all his other X-Men characters +1/+1s, +2/+2s actually. So Wolverine gets 1, Jubilee gets 1, and Multiple Man gets 1. But Wolverine will not be getting not Wolverine. Caliban won't be getting +1/+1 counters because it's just other characters. Okay. See what attacks he's gonna make. Caliban and Multiple Man, it seems, together. Let's see. Very interesting. Very interesting. Let's see. He's going to make the side because to activate the Wolverine ability he just activated, he's going to need to a new family ability. He's going to need to team attack to get that Berserker and that no strike back. But Dakin's obviously in the way of hitting Silver Samurai here, which is obviously what he wants to do. question is, could he take out Dakin without losing the ability to take out Silver Samurai, which seems to be the case. I don't think he can take out them both. So obviously another option here is to take out Dakin with a safe kill, like for example, Jubilee into Dakin, and then just team attack Magma to take her off the board without worrying about getting struck back. That's obviously something you could do. Okay, he opts for a different option here. Before he gets into attacking, he's going to reformat, or maybe he's not. He's thinking for a bit. Okay, so Dakin, Jubilee into Dakin. That's going to kill him. And now Caliban and Multiple Man. They each get a +1/+1 because of the Wolverine ability here. Now that they're team attacking, that's going to be a 7/7 attack, which won't be enough to strike Silver Samurai. They're going to hit Magma, which is important. Now, the thing about hitting Magma here is not even that they couldn't hit her alone, but it's important that they won't get struck back. And then, of course, the beautiful thing that they both get the +1/+1s there. That's going to be his turn. Cleaning up my field. I still have yet to get that blue location. I have to get to these guys before I can get to his dude. So let's see what I can do. I have 7 resources, finally. So let's clean this game up, shall we? Play down Zorn, one of my favorite characters, supporting characters. So he has a lot of text. So I'll read out here. So first off, he's a 2 health, 11 attack, 9 defense character. Very, very powerful. He has flight and range. He has his cool keyword power, a sun in my head. When he appears, he can heal a wound from one of my supporting characters. And then he has this, of course, the cool superpower that I believe was the same one that's on the main Zorn character Zorn, a black hole in my head. During the main phase, you can pay a green and disperse it an enemy supporting character. Just removes it from the game. You don't have to worry about it coming back pretty much ever. And there's nothing they can do to really stop it. I don't really need that here because he has flight and range. And Wolverine has, what, 6 defense? No, 8 defense. So with fight and range, going into somebody with 8 defense, I believe I can just end the game. He doesn't have any keyword powers. I mean, plot twist to stop. And that's going to be that. Good game. Shake hands. And of course, that's it. Silver Samurai comes out victorious. Wolverine had a slow start there. Definitely, I believe this Wolverine main character can get better with more cards. With the cards just in this arc, obviously he's not going to be as powerful as he ever could be. Missing the multiple man trigger, not being able to hit the multiple man trigger that turn was obviously annoying for him. My deck ran pretty much smoothly. Got the pieces I needed. Just my 1 turn, my 2nd turn, my 2 turn. Getting the what's her name? Blind spot. And having her around for multiple turns obviously helped a bunch. Ramping up my resources. Obviously the rematch will have to come at some point maybe. But until then, you boys, you viewers out there, stay tuned. More Versusism content to come. More content of other kinds to come. And if you're interested, subscribe.